Hi guys, it's me Danielle Danibuttons, and it is challenge time. I think at this point it's been a few videos since we've done a challenge, and to be honest, if I'm lacking ideas, the challenge cup is always there for me. So we're gonna do a challenge today. If you are new to my channel, I almost said challenge. If you are new to my challenges on my channel, that makes sense. I have written down a bunch of different prompts that help me either pick my page or pick my colors, things like that. And I will shuffle them all up and pick one randomly and then pick a book and do what we gotta do. So right now my eyes are open while I am shuffling. And now I've closing, my eyes are closed. And I'm picking this one. Ooh, black and white and one. So black and white and one is basically when I use black, white, shades of gray, and one pop of color. You can interpret this in a few different ways. You can either do, like, let's say I did blue, and you can do multiple shades of blue, or you can interpret it just one shade of blue, and then just shades of gray. So I have to think about what to use. I think I'm going to still try to do out of my new books because I want to appreciate everyone that got me new books. So I'm going to pause, pick my book, and be right back. Okay, so I'm definitely taking the easy way out, but I really want to color in this book, and I think it'll still go okay. So this is Sea Circles Adult Coloring Book by Tabitha L. Barnett. It is a mandala e-coloring book, all with sea critters, and I was gifted this for my birthday by my friend Toll, who does not have a channel, but has an Instagram, which I will link down below, along with the book. And I have decided that I'm going to color in the orca page. Yeah, so this should be really easy to do a lot of black and white. And I've decided also that my and one is going to be this one glitter azure gel pen. So this is a color it gel pen. I'm basically just going to color my orcas in black and leave a lot of white space and do some blue. So maybe cheating, but it still fulfills the prompt. So also, I feel like if I wasn't using this prompt, this would be the kind of page that would leave me confused because I'd want to do more with it. I'm also very nervous about using what I should use. I was just going to use my Cali art, but is this going to spread all over? Very possibly. What should I do? Be ridiculous? Let's be ridiculous. This might not work at all. I am going to outline everything first with this black jelly roll and hope that that helps contain the ink when I get to the ink stage. So I think I've just upped the game. Don't even know if this is going to work, but that's what we're going to try. I'm going to outline his eyeball. Also, the black jelly roll sometimes doesn't even look black because it is so sparkly that it looks silver or gray, but gray is still not too terrible for this challenge. I'm going to outline just this one guy and then test it on him. So orcas actually used to be my cousin Kevin's favorite animal. I don't know why, but he was obsessed with them. I remember, like, we went to the museum and he got like a plastic orca, and also we went to SeaWorld with him, and obviously that was very exciting for an orca fan. I think you can already see it, so that's cool. We'll see how this works. But yeah, I just always remembered that. I don't know what my favorite animal used to be. Well, all right, so my favorite animal now is turtles, and before turtles it was sharks, but sharks started when I was probably 10 or 11. So I'm not sure what it was before that, because sharks became my favorite when I started watching Shark Week. And Shark Week has been around for, like, I think year 31 or 2. So I think Shark Week is about my age, but I didn't know about it before about 10 or 11. So I don't remember what my favorite animal was as a super young kid. Maybe I'll ask my dad and see if he remembers. I'm sure he will not, but I can try. But yes, I figured today I would also discuss all of my already budding Christmas decorating plans, because even though it is November 18th, I am in the Christmas spirit. It's actually the 14th when I'm filming this, but you should be seeing it the 18th, and I already did a lot of Christmassy things today, really, and I'm going to tell you about them, so hopefully nobody minds. Again, I've said this before, and I will say it again. This year especially is not the time to be denying yourself cheer. If Christmas makes you happy, do it, and do it whenever you want to. I don't love it when people complain about seeing Christmas stuff early. I understand a little bit with stores, only because I've had instances where, like, I needed something for Halloween and Halloween was already put away, so that can get frustrating. But as a crafter, I also know that, like, if I need to do Christmas crafts, I can't wait to start because things take a long time. And, like, if I was making something, like, I started making my Christmas cards, I really, really have to get back to it, because if I'm making as many as I want to, I need to do it so I can send them in an appropriate amount of time. Also, I think that this gel pen dam is working swimmingly. Pun on purpose. So I'm happy about that. So I'm probably going to outline all of the rest of them after I finish this guy. And luckily with black, in my experience, it doesn't really streak very badly, even if, like, I've left that line now. So we will see when we get over there if I'm a liar or not. But yes. So yeah, if you are waiting to do Christmas, but you wish you weren't, I say you should go for it. Obviously it is still buddy color-a-thon, so I've been buddy coloring as much as possible. But basically, between each buddy color, I've been trying to sneak in some Christmas pictures. And I've ordered a ton of Christmas coloring books that I should have either gotten yesterday in the mail or today. And, like, a ton. I think now this year I've acquired 10 new Christmas coloring books, and that's kind of disgusting, but I'm very excited about it. And again, I said this in my last video, which I filmed 5 minutes ago, that I have some fun holiday coloring plans that I will be telling you in an upcoming video. So, if you're waiting for Christmas, here is my permission to you to get going. But I am not waiting. It is here in my house, and that's fine with me. I'm actually surprised because Sam has been very Christmassy too, and usually it's just me. So that's been making me happy, but, like, at this point, we have 5 Alexas in our house, and I don't know when that happened or why. Well, I do know what happened. Basically, we got one as a gift for my dad for Christmas, and then he was like, I don't know what to do with it. So we installed it upstairs instead of down. And basically, we only asked her the weather. So if you, like, look in the history of her, every single question is, what's the weather? What's the temperature? What's the temperature? What's the temperature? So that happened. So then there was, like, a weird Amazon deal at one point that whatever the deal was, you could get one for, like, $10 or something crazy. So Sam did that and got one that way. So we were up to 2. And then Sam found that there were these plugs that were essentially mini Alexas. Is mine going to talk? No. I'm sorry. I heard that once or twice I've, like, set everybody's off, and I didn't mean to do that. Even though I should. Maybe I should just scream, Alexa, play Christmas music. That would be fun. But so he wanted one of those as a plug, and he asked for one for Christmas. So he put it on his wish list, and his sister bought him one, but then also his mother bought him one. And then also one of them, I don't remember if it was his sister or his mom, bought him a whole nother dot. So now we have 3 dots and 2 plugs. So we have them, one downstairs, one in our bedroom, one in our office, one in the living room, and one in the kitchen. So that is a lot of Alexas. And now you can play music on them in all the rooms. So we have been telling her to play Christmas music, and we just tell her on second floor, and she plays on all four at once, and we jam out, and it's a great time. But I said all of that to say Sam has been turning the music on himself, like without my prompting, and it keeps surprising me because I didn't think anyone else was as crazy as I am. So, we're ready for Christmas. I hope you're ready for Christmas if you celebrate and if you want to be. So, again, especially since this year is definitely going to be different than other years, I'm just making my own joy, you know? I'm just enjoying my time. I put up my decorations and I just sit there in the dark with my tree on, and I'm happy. So, I'm actually having fun outlining this, but when I color on camera, my head is a lot farther away from the page than when I'm coloring by myself. So I'm very nervous to not be doing a good job. But it's fun to try. So today, yes, we thought we were getting the house painted. So I don't know if I told you guys this in an update, but we have lived here for 4 years, 4.5 now, and like my dad's whole floor is covered in pink flower wallpaper, and that's obviously been terrible for him. And we've wanted to get it painted, but we also have like a crazy staircase wall that we're not going to be able to paint ourselves. And also we found out we're just not good painters when we tried to paint our own bedroom. So he has been wanting for a really long time to get it professionally done. So he finally like came home one day and he's like, they're coming to price it out in 10 minutes. And I was like, what? So like they came to price it out. Everything went fine. And they were supposed to start on the 9th. And it's supposed to take up to 10 business days. I'm sure that's an over-exaggeration that they just tell you just to be ready. But 10 business days is a long time. So I'm starting to get a little frustrated because I was like, I want to decorate for Christmas. If they take the 9th, like what happens if it takes longer? What's going to go on? And obviously, again, my dad's like really wanting this done. So he's like, we just got to do it. We got to do it. And then the guy called him and was going to be delayed a few days because he also was apparently painting outside somewhere. And it rained a whole bunch, so his outside project got pushed back, and then he was going to be late for us. So then he wasn't going to start till like the 16th or something. And I was like, if he doesn't start till the 16th and it takes 10 business days, we're like very near into December. I really, really want to decorate, like what's going on? So then we like talked about it as a family, and we're like, what should we do? Should we push it off? And I was like, I would really appreciate it if we did because, again, I want to decorate for Christmas. And again, getting the house painted is great too. But with 2020 being the year it was, I would much rather decorate for Christmas as early as possible. Like, nobody's going to be coming to the house to see the new paint. So if I have to wait a few extra weeks, I already waited 4.5 years. So he was like, I'm going to give him a few more days and then see where he's at. So I'm like, cool. So he called again and he's like, what's going on? Like, what's our estimated time? Because that's the other thing too. I was like, I don't mind starting late as long as he's like, I'm going to be 6 days in and out or whatever the number is. Like, being up to and like not having a definitive start date was really freaking me out. So he called him back, and apparently when he called back, the guy was like, I'm not going to be able to start until after Thanksgiving. And we were just like, no, sir. Like, push it to next year, please. So I'm very sad that we're pushing it to next year, but if he didn't start until after Thanksgiving, I wouldn't have been able to decorate till like mid-December. And that is just not okay with me. So also, like, Sam made the point that he is still very new at his new job and he is working from home. So we don't know how long he was going to get displaced from our office. He was probably going to obviously like have to either move his desk somewhere else or move, work on a laptop for a few days. And he is like, I would rather push that off as much as we can because by January he'll have been there an extra 2 months and we'll have a better feel of what his day-to-day schedule is. And obviously we'll also be able to work around, like if he needs to take a few hours or whatever the case may be. So it worked. I think it's going to work out. Obviously, I'm happy about the results so far, but we'll have to see when the house gets painted. And like, we're just getting so much of the house done that it's hard to be able to plan it, because like, where do we go? It's not like we can just move into the living room for a week because the living room's getting painted. So the only rooms not getting painted are my bathroom, because my bathroom I would like to totally redo. So I just would rather save up for that instead of painting it a color I don't want anyway. So I'm hoping that maybe 2 years from now we can like completely gut the bathroom and redo it. My bedroom, because we painted it ourselves a few weeks back. And our guest room we're not redoing right now because it's still in good condition and it is different from everywhere else. Because the problem we have with upstairs is that the whole thing is the same exact color. Like the living room, the foyer, the hallways, every door, the kitchen, it's all the same exact color, and it's just too much. So I need to take a sip of water. So we're going from like a 2-color house and a bunch of wallpaper to like 5 different colors, and I'm really excited about it. And I know like it's not trendy right now to have different colors, but I like color. And I think like all white is boring, to be honest with you. If you like it, good on you, but I like color. In fact, the plan is to make the office yellow. Haha. So I'm also very nervous about all the color choices because it's like, it will feel so permanent. Obviously, it's not permanent, but after paying for it, you don't want to just change it right away. But I'm getting some yellow up in here. We're doing yellow for the office, and we're doing, obviously my bedroom is purple. We're doing green in the kitchen. We're doing either like a gray for the living space, or it's going to be like gray towards blue. I'm kind of not sure yet. I think it's just going to be gray. Because gray is one of my favorite colors, and that is still relatively on trend, but it's going to be a cooler gray, which I think warmer grays are popular. The painter is trying to sell me on this really warm gray, but I don't like the warm tones in pictures. And obviously, it's very important to me. So I'm also still debating if I want to do an accent wall in the living room. I really wanted to do a like stick-on wallpaper accent wall in the office, and I might still do that, but we might just add that on our own because it's just stick-on. So we don't need to pay a professional to do that. But I'm not sure about the living space for an accent wall because I like bold, but I'm also afraid of it. So I kind of like don't trust myself to pick that. So we will see what happens. Yes, my goodness, I got so distracted. I have no idea what I talk about this whole video. We are 17 minutes in. I did not know. But I'm going to talk about Christmas decorations. Now that painting has been pushed off, we got to start decorating. Hooray. I had to wait until today, which is Saturday when I'm filming, because our decorations are stored in our attic, and our attic is like, you have to go up a ladder to get to it, and that is a no from me. So I'm terrified of that ladder. I will not be doing that. So I had to wait for Mr. Sam to be available to help me. And he was, actually I did start last night. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I put up like my wall unit. I changed out, I took all my Funkos off. I took all my Disney decorations off. And I put up all of my nutcrackers. I collect nutcrackers. I absolutely love them. I'm only allowed to get one big one a year. It started off as a nice like gift from Sam. He purchased like the first 2 or 3. So we have been together very near 11 years now. So we like started dating December 2009, and he got me my first nutcracker for Christmas 2012, I think. Might have been 11. Either way, I'm sad that we like missed those extra years because I, 1, would like more nutcrackers, and 2, I'm like, oh man, we missed some years of tradition. No. But I get one big one, and the big ones are like I think they're 18 inches. I don't know. They're standard size nutcrackers, but I consider those the big ones because I'm allowed to get like ornament size ones. And I say allowed because I would go crazy given the opportunity. So I let Sam reel me in, just so you know, because I don't want to give off the impression that Sam is controlling me in any way. I could, if I wanted to, buy a whole bunch tomorrow, but I need to be reeled in, talked down from the nutcracker ledge, and I only purchase one a year. So I put on my wall unit all of the nutcrackers in order, and it's great. And this year, when we painted, we actually put up shelves in our bedroom, so the newest nutcracker is actually in our bedroom. And then I guess next year I'll move him out and then put the next new guy. So this year's new guy is like a gingerbread baker man. So I'm very excited. So far, I've mostly just stuck to the like solid color guys. I haven't branched out into any of the crazy outfits yet, but once I'm done with all the colors, I might have to. So I'm also always looking out for nutcrackers for other seasons. I have a football nutcracker. I have a 4th of July nutcracker. I have a witch, so Halloween nutcracker, that I keep out in other times of the year. So I'm trying to fill the holes of other nutcrackers I need. I saw bunny ones, but they only had like the 4-foot tall ones, and that obviously is not great. So I'm gonna look out for those, and I have to see if I can find some sort of like Valentine's Day one for the February times. But I love them. I don't know what it is, but I love them. It's funny because my cousin Brianna used to be terrified of them, and she was like 2 years old, so it was an appropriate age to be terrified of them. But I remember we were at like my grandma's house, and my uncle used to live upstairs at my grandma's house. He's very young. I don't remember how old he must have been, but he like was just before he got married, so he lived upstairs. And my cousin Brianna was like 2, and she desperately wanted to go up there, but he was like 20, so he did not want her to go up there. And he put the nutcracker on the stairs, and then she wouldn't go past it because she was afraid of it. So it was really funny, and I remember that. I don't know if anybody else remembers that, but I like that story. So I get my one nutcracker a year, so I put all those up. I have a bunch of holiday Funkos that I got like 8 years ago. I have like Rudolph and Santa and the Heat Miser, Snow Miser. And then I got a Mickey Mouse last year, and his foot fell off. So I glued his foot back on, but now it's at a very awkward angle, so he can't really stand on his own. Very sad. And then I just have a bunch of other trinkets and fun stuff that I've collected all over the years. I have a few decorations that were my grandma's that I really love. And I actually have, you know, the like stuffed animals that you press the button and they like dance and do weird things. So I have this reindeer on a snowmobile that if you push it, he sings, "Grandma got run over by a reindeer," which we used to sing to my grandma all the time. And she would just like laugh and be mad. So like not real mad, but like, "Oh, you," kind of mad. She also didn't sound like that, so I don't know why that came out of me, but so I always put that on display. Ooh, and I don't know if anyone has this guy, but it's the snoring Santa. So he's like a tabletop Santa, and he's in his bed, and he snores, and his belly goes up and down. And then like every 6th snore, he sits up and he goes, "Merry Christmas." So I have that guy. So we put all that up, and then we put up today my bedroom tree. So we actually always get a real tree, and we put that in the living room. But I have a bedroom tree, which is fake, for my bedroom. It used to be in the office, and it actually, I think, used to be at our old house. And then when we moved and were able to get a real tree again. We actually, even at our old house, would have real trees. There was just like 1 year that we couldn't do it. I don't even remember what happened. It was probably noodles. But we got a fake tree, and we had it in the office, and now we have it in the bedroom. So we went and put it on today, and it's the fake trees. I don't know if all fake trees are like this. We just get like this little 6-foot one, and they're like $30. So these are not high quality trees at all. But we plugged it in, and it's like 3 different pieces that you like clip together, and the whole middle piece wouldn't light up. So we were like, oh no. Excuse me. That's not good, because the lights are automatically attached to it. So it's not like we could just get a new strand of lights. I mean, I guess we could have wrapped another strand around it, but it was starting to lose its feathers, if I could say it that way, and just not holding up great anymore. I think it made it 5 Christmases, which isn't the best, but for $30 is pretty good. So we ended up retrieving a new one. And then we also, while we were there, picked up our new outdoor thing. When we moved to this house, I was like, great, now we can start decorating this, like the outside. It'll be fun. But obviously, or not obviously, if you didn't know, Christmas decorations can be very expensive. So as a compromise, we just get 1 new piece a year, basically, or 1 new addition. Sometimes it's more than 1 piece, because 1 year we got those net lights for all of our bushes. So that was like 6 sets of net lights. But anyway, this year we got I wanted to get like somebody long to fill up, because we have a really deep front lawn. I mean, it is all so relative, because I know some people like live on farms and like multiple acres, and they have crazy amounts of space, and then people live in apartments. So we live in a very, very suburb of New Jersey, where everybody has a front lawn and a back lawn, but all of our houses are very, very close. If you stand in my backyard, you can see like into 10 different houses, but we all have our own space. So we have a very deep front lawn and shallow back lawn, because we have like a double length driveway, which is unfortunate, because then I couldn't get a pool, but that's a whole nother story. But we have words to say. I can't remember anything I was saying. Oh yeah, so we have a big front lawn, so I have to figure out how to fill it up. So I wanted to get like a Santa on a sleigh with reindeer, and we found one that was like 8.5 feet long, and I was gonna get that one. And then Sam was like, I don't know, that seems like kind of a pain, because I don't know what those are made out of. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you've seen like the angel ones, that it's almost like a metal structure, and then it's like wrapped in tinsel, basically, if that makes any sense, if that is ringing any bells. That's what it reminds me of, at least. And we almost got a Santa one, but I'm like, the box for that Santa is a lot smaller than the Santa itself. So we were worried that you were going to have to like build it and disassemble it every year. And that just seemed like a pain, and like that we would lose the pieces and things would go wrong. So Sam was like, why don't we get that one? And I was like, okay. So we ended up getting the blow-up version. So I love blow-ups. I remember when they first came out, I was desperate for one. But when they first came out, they were so expensive. They were like hundreds of dollars for just a standard one. And now you could go to like Walgreens and get one for $6. So we got this huge, it's a Santa in the sleigh, and then I think 3 reindeer. It is 12 feet long. So I am super excited about that. We are not decorating outside, though, until after Thanksgiving, Mostly because my dad is cheap and doesn't want our electric bill to go up too much, but also because I'm not that ridiculous. I'll wait for that. And then we also get our real tree after Thanksgiving, but that's more because the real tree would die if we get it too soon. So, yes, so we got that ginormous new blow-up Santa and sleigh, and I'm very excited, and I can't wait to put it up. So now, outside, our collection over the years, we have a snowflake projector that, again, projects snowflakes onto the house. We have the net lights over the bushes. I have a 6-foot-tall blow-up nutcracker. And then I have like this little 2.5-foot hippopotamus that I love because I love the song I Want a Hippopotamus. And now I have 12-foot Santa. Oh, and then last year we got like lights for the windows. So we're really shaping up. I'm so desperate. Like if I won the lottery, I would get permanent lights installed because I just think that would be super cool, because then like for St. Patrick's Day I can make the house green for just one day, and then there's like a lot of programming you can do with that, and I just think that'd be really exciting. But we looked into it and it's very expensive, and there's a few things on the list before that, so I'm gonna keep playing that lottery though to get some lights. But yes, I'm very excited for all my decorating. And again, it's just like going near the tree with it lit. I just sit there in semi-darkness, which is very strange for me. It's just super, super calming. And I just love all of the music. And I love wrapping presents and buying presents. I'm ridiculous with buying presents. Like, it's almost a problem. And it's like, I love starting early, especially again this year, because who knows what mail is going to be like when we get closer, since so many people are staying in. Lots of people are going to be shipping things and buying online. So I really wanted to start early. But the problem when I start early is they'll keep releasing new stuff and I'll keep wanting to buy it, and then I will, and I'll just buy more and more, and I'll go over budget for everybody, and it's a problem. So we'll see what happens. But I'm done with everybody. I have to do one nephew who has nothing on his wish list and is being trouble for me because why won't he tell me what he wants? And my secret Santa, which I will not reveal in case magically they're here. I would be surprised, but that's all the shopping I have to do, and it is November 14th, and I finished most of it a few days ago. So I'm doing pretty good. We used to be very late shoppers. Like, there were times where my dad and I were running around stores Christmas Eve. So I'm very happy to have made this switch. And I'm very excited. My dad will not watch my videos. We just bought him AirPods, and I hope he likes them because they were expensive for him. He is really bad at Christmas because if he wants something, he'll buy it himself. So it's very hard to shop for him, especially anything nice, because he buys it himself. So usually I have to be like, I'm buying you this new item, do not buy it. Like for his birthday, he just turned 60 in April, and I bought him a new grill. But I had to be like, I'm buying you a grill, don't buy yourself a grill. So I'm very excited to have bought him a nice gift, because again, usually like I buy nice gifts for Sam and then just small things for him. So hopefully he loves them. I'm also kind of worried that he bought himself some and didn't tell me about it, but I would be surprised. So I think we're still in the clear. And I bought a whole bunch of stuff for Sam. You know who I spent the most on? Not the most, but who I spent too much on? Noodles. I like went crazy in the pet store with her. But some of it's like for before Christmas. Did you know they make dog gingerbread house kits? Me neither, but I bought it. So like it's literally all dog safe food and sprinkles and all that stuff. And you can build the little house for them and then feed it to them. So we're going to be doing that. And then I bought her an advent calendar for doggies. So when I'm having my daily Hershey Kiss, she can have her daily Chewy. And then I found, like, for whatever reason, my store had a Friends shirt for dogs, so she needed that. Whew. My hand is starting to hurt. I am going to go into my quick motion. Speed up. We made it to about 30 minutes. I think I'm just mostly coloring everything else in this same blue pen. I'm probably going to do some more black on the shells or the fish. But we will speed it up, and then I'll be back at the end to show you my results. Voila! Page done. So as you can see, this turned out to be a little simple, but I like it. I think it is striking. And I could have like colored more of the shells, but that would go against the challenge. So I used my black jelly roll a few more times on some of the shell accents. I don't know if it's easy or hard to see. And then I just used my blue gel pen for most everything else. I'm really happy with how the like gel pen dam worked out because I didn't really get anything over the lines anywhere. And I'm really happy to have a page done in this book, my first page. So there's that. So that was the black and white and one challenge. Feel free to try this challenge yourself on any book you choose. It's fun. I've seen people saying they are intrigued by my but I think more of you need to try them. It's nice to mix it up. I know I personally can get into a habit of doing the same things over and over again, and the challenges help me break that habit. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you made it all the way to the end, why don't we say orca or orca whale, either way. I'm not sure if there's an orca emoji. I know there's like a few different blue whales, but I don't know if there's an orca yet. So, and thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I am a fun time. I'll have a new video out to you in 2 days for you to check out. Like this video, comment down below, all those fun things, and I'll see you again later. Bye!